All right, man. Look like Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent patched it up for now. 50 announced on Instagram that Floyd Mayweather was pulling up to Tycoon. Now, I seen this. I didn't know 50 Cent was running this comedy fest. The new thing to do nowadays is, athletes and comedians and actors who, whatever, Shaq had a Shaq Fest. They now starting to throw comedy festivals and tours nationally. I know they be in Detroit. I just didn't know it was called Tycoon. I didn't notice. It got B. Simone, Bill Bellamy. Shout out to Bill Bellamy. Been doing in the game a long time. Remember he was talking about how Larry Hoover Crips ran up on him and tried to get him booed off stage on MTV, and Ice-T had to check their ass, right? Lil Duval, DC Young Fly, Carlos Miller, Michael Blackisson. So he said 50 Cent. I posted it on the screen. 50 said Floyd was pulling up, dropping some money bags to support Tycoon. The comedy show is gonna be in Houston, I believe August 25th or something. And Floyd said he pulling up to Houston to support the show. Well, I mean, that's good, bro, because most people don't even know what they fell out about. It was all over. Fight Hype got the exclusive. It's still up on Fight Hype many, many years later, and they pretty much fell out because 50 Cent tried to cut out Al Heyman when Floyd got out of jail. When he had Floyd licensed, he got licensed to TMT, actually, the TMT, Money Team acronym. He licensed all that crap, and and I guess he was under the impersonation that, they didn't communicate this well, that Al Heyman still was going to be involved. He was talking about taking Floyd on a tour. I think Superdome, Jerry World, or, a couple other venues. Superdome was in there for show. All of them was willing to pay Floyd a big site fee to come to their venue and fight at their venue, but he didn't know. It's pretty much an unspoken rule when Floyd was a prize fighter and generated a lot of money for Vegas. He couldn't really leave Vegas. They was gonna match any offer. You know what I'm saying? He was, they didn't have professional teams back then. He was their professional team. All right, he was their professional team. So you got to understand too that once he generated pro sports type of money, that they was not going to let Floyd Mayweather leave Vegas. And 50 Cent didn't understand that. You got to understand too how he used to go around saying that Floyd Mayweather, Al made Floyd, whatever, or Bob made Floyd, or whatever it was. What you got to understand too is that somebody put it to me like this. They said, Al Heyman is what really made Floyd Mayweather into Money Mayweather, because Al Heyman was the one that came up with the idea for 24/7. And obviously Floyd Mayweather put the work in and shined like a star. Without the reality TV platform, him and De La Hoya wouldn't have been as big. De La Hoya was a big name, but it broke all pay-per-view records at the time. And you got to remember too, Floyd shined on there, bro. Oscar just had to show up and take the verbal abuse and perform. That fight wasn't that good neither. If we being real, that fight wasn't nothing real special neither. It was Floyd talking. Floyd, made that fight big, and that's the time he was hanging around with 50 and etc. If we remember all of that, that's the time he was hanging around with 50 and stuff of that nature, man. And they was running together and this, that, and the third. And they fell out because 50, wanted to be in business with Floyd and cut out Al Heyman. Now, could all three of them have worked together? I don't know. I don't know if Al Heyman was willing to work with 50 Cent. I don't know that. All right, that's between them. But 50 and a couple his business associates. I'll pull up the article if y'all remind me. Somebody hit me up on social media if y'all want to read the article. Y'all don't believe me on Fight Hype. I done read it many times where 50 wanted to cut out Al Heyman, and Floyd just wasn't going for it. And he left 50 with all the boxers: Billy Dibbs, Andre Durrell, Yurgis Gamboa. He left him with a number of boxers. Eventually, he signed Ryan Martin. 50 Cent signed Ryan Martin to a 360 deal, bro. He was getting a percentage of Ryan Martin's purse even after he left his promotional company. He was also getting a percentage of his endorsement deals as well too. Go read up about that. Ryan Martin, he fought Josh Taylor, fought some other guy. I think he was from Ohio. But yeah, 50 and Floyd. 50 said, Floyd said he pulling up. I remember, taking shots at Floyd and all that. And like I said before, Floyd didn't hurt at all. When you get as old as Floyd and 50, bro, 50 got to stay relevant. And Floyd understand that. When you get as old as 50, Floyd, you heard it all. Floyd ain't been in trouble on the strip. Floyd ain't been in trouble. It's been publicized. Floyd this, Floyd that, Floyd that. No, you could take a bot away from him. Hell of a fighter. And if he couldn't read and he made grossed $1 billion in the boxing business and made hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars for himself, if he couldn't read, nigga, what that say about us who can read, who been to college, who graduated college, graduated high school, had a trade? What that say about us? People out here got 10, 15 trades. They plumb, they cut here. Some dudes got 3 or 4 jobs, and literate as hell and smart as hell, and we ain't got half of what he got. So, at the end of the day, that is what it is. Floyd at the point where he didn't heard it all before. He was hearing it before the social media era. He was hearing it from Bob Barham. He probably was hearing it from his daddy. He was hearing it from niggas in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? He had so many controversies that people don't even remember because it wasn't in the social media era. And then he was part of the social media era. He dealt with a lot of those different, experience that could have been traumatic and destroyed his career. So, we went through shit he went through, made the mistakes he went through, been to prison, all that other stuff. But 50 Cent say don't bother you when you sitting at home in a big ass house. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. When this situation with his old boy wife, and he messed with his boy wife, and that shit happened, and he still showed up to the Clipper game eating nachos with Adrian Broner, I think it wasn't, and ain't shit happened. That should let you know right there. He cold-blooded motherfucker. A lot of these people that make big money and do big business, they don't one thing they when you make all that money, one thing, and him and 50 Cent and Floyd 50 Cent are alike. One thing you understand, they don't have a heart. You can't lay niggas off in a corporate business and tell niggas, oh, you getting, and by law now, I don't know how it is state by state, by law they gotta tell you in a couple months in advance before we laying y'all off. We doing this, we doing it. By law they gotta tell you that now. So remember, think about the time it wasn't before the law, but it wasn't a law, and they could lay you off 1 week or a month or 2 weeks before Christmas or some shit like that. So one thing that separates the wealthy, not the rich, the wealthy from the average person is a mindset of being cold-blooded. Most of y'all believe in Christianity, y'all believe in Islam, y'all believe in the Quran, Muslim, whatever y'all want to call it. Y'all believe in a religion, and y'all wired in. Y'all not even. You gotta unlearn everything you learn. You gotta be cold-blooded. Especially if you black, you help too many people. You know what it is. Especially if you black, you helping too many people out here. You know what it is. It's an unspoken rule that we ain't even got to discuss. So, like I said before, it's good that they doing business together. It's good that they gonna support each other business. It's good they get over the hump. And like I said, life too short. Dudes, we don't hold on to shit. Obviously, if it's that elite level of stuff like death or some shit you talk about people, kids, yeah, some shit that's unforgivable. We not like women. We don't hold on to shit. We able to get over stuff, fight, shake hands, laugh again. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm at the point where if we ain't cool or kicking it no more, I got a real problem. Now I ain't got time for confrontation or fight niggas or argue with niggas. I'll just cut your ass off. So that's just as simple as that. So it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. You go live or drop a video. Financial and support the channel. Cash App, $CJGood313. Venmo, CJGood313. PayPal link description. Hit the link tree link in the description. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, much more. All my social media links description. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.